Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare states $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we've got an exciting and rare discovery to share with you all. If you think your pocket change isn't worth much, think again. You may have a treasure sitting right under your nose. We're diving into one of the most sought-after coins in the world of numismatics today, the 2007 Montana $quarter. Trust me, you won't believe just how much this little coin could be worth. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, we'll reveal a jaw-dropping value that will leave you speechless. Let's take a step back in time. In 2007, the United States minted a series of commemorative state quarters, each one celebrating the unique history, culture, and symbols of one of the 50 states. This quarter is part of the famous 50-state quarters program, and the Montana quarter is one of the standouts in this collection. But here's the twist: while many people are familiar with these state quarters, the Montana quarter holds a little-known secret, one that could make it worth far more than you think. When it comes to the design, the Montana quarter showcases a stunning scene of the state's vast natural beauty. On the reverse side, you'll see an image of the iconic bison, also known as the American buffalo, which was once the king of the Great Plains. This majestic creature represents Montana's rich wildlife heritage. Surrounding it are elements that tie in with Montana's rugged landscape, mountains, plains, and rivers that tell the story of the state's natural wonders. The design of the coin is a testament to the spirit of Montana, but what truly makes this quarter unique is something you may not have noticed at first glance. If you take a close look at some 2007 Montana quarters, you'll notice that certain coins feature a very rare error, a design flaw that only adds to its value and collectability. You see, there was an error in the minting process that led to a small number of Montana quarters being struck with an interesting variation. Instead of the typical clear and crisp image, some of these quarters were produced with a unique and extremely rare double die error. This means that the design appears twice, giving it a blurred or double look. It may sound like a small detail, but this error is highly desirable to collectors who are always on the lookout for coins with distinctive minting imperfections. Now, why is this important for the value of the coin? Well, the rarity of these error coins, coupled with the demand among collectors, makes them worth far more than their face value. Most of the 2007 Montana quarters were produced in large numbers and are worth just 25 cents in everyday transactions. However, finding one of these rare, double-die Montana quarters can be an absolute goldmine. Here's the thing: if you're lucky enough to find one of these rare error quarters in excellent condition, you could be sitting on a true treasure. Remember, collectors are always searching for these specific variations, and the rarity of this particular coin has caused its value to skyrocket in recent years. You might think it's just a quarter, but it could be worth a whole lot more than you expect. So, just how much could a 2007 Montana quarter with this error be worth? Well, prepare to be amazed. If you happen to own one of these rare error coins in near mint or mint condition, it could fetch an impressive value in the market. We're talking about a price of $54,000 for just a single quarter. Yes, you heard that right, $54,000. Imagine finding a coin worth that much in your change jar. It's an incredible discovery for any collector, and it's a prime example of how valuable the world of numismatics can be. Now, I know what you're probably thinking: how can you tell if you have one of these error coins? The key lies in paying close attention to the details. A double die error will make the design look slightly blurry or misaligned. If you're not sure, you might want to have a professional coin dealer or expert take a look to confirm its authenticity and value. But be warned, if you find one, you've got a true collector's item in your hands. If you're not sure where to look for these coins, they're often hiding in circulation, or they might be sitting unnoticed in your coin collection. It's worth going through your quarters carefully, especially if you've been collecting for a while. Even if you don't find a Montana quarter, the lesson here is that rare coins can be hiding in plain sight, and you might just be holding onto a small fortune. To sum it all up, the 2007 Montana quarter is a part of a beautiful series celebrating the states, but it's the rare, doubled die error that makes this coin truly special. If you find one of these error coins in near-perfect condition, it could be worth a stunning $54,000. Don't just pass by your quarters without taking a closer look, you could be walking past a treasure. Top 2, we've got an exciting coin to explore, one that could change the way you look at your pocket change forever. In the world of rare coins, some pieces are far more valuable than others, and today, we're talking about a true gem, the 1999 Pennsylvania State Quarter. This coin, which was part of the famous 50 State Quarters program, might just be hiding in your collection or even in your change jar, waiting to be discovered. In 1999, the United States minted a series of quarters to honor each of the 50 states. The Pennsylvania quarter was the third in the series and features an incredible design that celebrates the state's rich history and its key role in shaping the United States. This is no ordinary quarter. If you take a closer look at the design, you'll notice something really special. The Pennsylvania quarter features a beautiful depiction of the Commonwealth state symbol, the keystone. The keystone was a central piece in the construction of arches, which is why it's such a fitting representation for the state, often referred to as the Keystone State. At the top of the coin, there's also a depiction of the state's motto, virtue, liberty, and independence. These words embody the spirit of Pennsylvania and reflect the values that help shape not only the state but the entire nation. On the reverse side of the coin, we see an intricate design of the state's founding history. Featured prominently are the famous Liberty Bell and an image of the outline of the state, which are both symbols closely tied to the nation's birth. These elements highlight Pennsylvania's significant historical contribution, especially during the time of the American Revolution. The Liberty Bell, of course, is one of the most iconic symbols of freedom and independence in the United States, making it an appropriate symbol for this state quarter. But here's where it gets interesting. While the Pennsylvania quarter is part of the popular 50 State Quarters program and many people own one, what most people don't realize is that some versions of this coin can be worth far more than their face value. We're talking about rare, mint errors that have turned this seemingly ordinary coin into a highly sought-after collector's item. You see, during the minting process of the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter, a small number of coins were accidentally struck with a major error. This is where the excitement begins for collectors. Some of these quarters were minted with an unusual double die error. In a coin with a double die error, the design appears twice or in a misaligned manner, making the coin unique and very rare. This kind of error makes the coin more valuable because of its rarity. The more unusual the flaw, the higher the demand among collectors. Now, imagine holding a 1999 Pennsylvania quarter with this double die error. It might seem like a small mistake, but to collectors, it's a goldmine. These types of coins are considered precious because they are unlike any other. The error is a true testament to how a simple mistake in the minting process can lead to a coin with a story to tell, and potentially a fortune to be made. So, what does this mean for you? If you have a 1999 Pennsylvania quarter with this error, or any other rare variant, it could be worth far more than the 25-cent face value. And you might be wondering, just how much are these rare coins worth? If you have one of these double-die Pennsylvania quarters in mint condition, you could be holding on to something incredibly valuable. We're talking about a coin that could potentially be worth $59,000, yes, you read that right, $59,000 for a single coin. It's a staggering amount of money for something as small as a quarter, but that's the magic of rare and collectible coins. What might seem like a piece of everyday currency could actually be worth a fortune, especially if you have the right rare variation. So, how do you spot one of these rare error coins? It all comes down to carefully inspecting the details of the coin. The double die error will make the design appear doubled or misaligned, so take a close look at the inscriptions and images. If you notice any unusual doubling, you could have a very valuable coin in your hands. If you're unsure, it's always a good idea to have your coin evaluated by a professional coin grader or a knowledgeable collector. They'll be able to tell you if the coin is indeed one of the rare variants, and they can give you a fair estimate of its value. The best part is that these coins are often hiding in plain sight, circulating in the economy or tucked away in people's old coin collections. With a little luck and some sharp eyes, you might be able to spot a treasure right in front of you. It's also worth noting that coins with excellent condition and minimal wear are particularly valuable. The more pristine the coin, the more it will fetch in the market. So, if you have a 1999 Pennsylvania quarter that's been well preserved or kept in an uncirculated state, it might be even more valuable than you think. If you have one of these rare era coins, or even if you're just starting to build your coin collection, there's a whole world of hidden treasures out there waiting to be discovered. Whether it's the Pennsylvania quarter or any other unique coin, the journey of finding valuable coins can be incredibly rewarding. To wrap it up, the 1999 Pennsylvania State Quarter is much more than a simple commemorative coin. If you happen to find a rare era coin, like the double die variety, it could be worth a small fortune. Imagine the excitement of finding one of these rare coins in your collection or change jar, something that could potentially be worth $59,000. Top 3, we're going to explore a coin that's often overlooked but has the potential to make you a small fortune. It's the 2007 Idaho State Quarter. While many people may have a few of these quarters lying around, you might be surprised at how valuable one could be, especially if you know what to look for. In 2007, the United States minted a series of state quarters as part of the popular 50 State Quarters program. The Idaho quarter was one of the final coins released in the series, and it features a stunning design that showcases the beauty and uniqueness of the state. When you look closely at the Idaho quarter, you'll notice something truly special, a tribute to the state's breathtaking landscapes and iconic landmarks. But there's more to this coin than just its gorgeous design. Let's take a deep dive into why this coin could be worth much more than its face value. The reverse side of the 2007 Idaho quarter is particularly eye-catching. It features an image of a magnificent mountain scene with a soaring peregrine falcon. The falcon is depicted in mid-flight, symbolizing Idaho's wild and untamed nature. The mountains and the bird together reflect the rugged beauty of Idaho's terrain and wildlife. For a state known for its natural beauty, this design truly captures the essence of Idaho. But what makes the Idaho quarter truly exciting for collectors isn't just its beautiful design, it's the rare minting errors that can make this coin a hidden treasure. You might not know this, but some of the 2007 Idaho quarters were struck with a special error during the minting process. This error, known as a double die, happens when the design is imprinted more than once, resulting in a blurry or double image. This is where things get really interesting for collectors. Coins with a double die error are extremely rare, and because of that, they can be incredibly valuable. These coins are not easy to find, but if you happen to come across one of these error coins, you could be holding on to something much more valuable than you thought. The excitement of finding a rare mint error like this is what makes coin collecting such an exhilarating hobby. For some, it's like finding a hidden treasure in plain sight. Now, let's talk about the value of this rare coin. While most of the 2007 Idaho quarters are worth just 25 cents in everyday transactions, those with the double die error can command a much higher price. If you happen to own one of these rare error coins in near mint or mint condition, you could be looking at a significant increase in value. The price for a single 2007 Idaho quarter with a double die error has been known to fetch incredible amounts at auction, and for a coin in pristine condition, the value could reach up to $52,000. Yes, that's right, $52,000 for a single coin. It's hard to believe that a small quarter can be worth so much, but the rarity of the error and the demand from collectors can drive the price up to astonishing levels. Imagine finding one of these in your collection or even in your spare change. It would be a game changer for any coin enthusiast. You might be wondering, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable error coins? It all comes down to closely inspecting the coin. A double die error will make the design appear blurry or doubled, and you'll often see this most clearly in the inscriptions, such as the word Idaho or the date. The more noticeable the error, the more valuable the coin can be. If you're unsure whether your coin is an error, you can always take it to a professional coin dealer or grader who can authenticate it and help you determine its true value. But even if you don't have an error coin, the Idaho quarter still remains a beautiful and unique piece of history, just one that may not be worth thousands unless you're lucky enough to find a rare variant. Another thing to keep in mind is the coin's condition. Coins that are kept in excellent or uncirculated condition are worth far more than those that are worn or damaged. If you have a 2007 Idaho quarter that has been carefully stored and remains in pristine condition, you may still have a valuable piece, even without the error. As with all coins, the less wear and tear, the higher the value. Now, let's talk about why collectors are so interested in error coins like the 2007 Idaho quarter. Part of it is the thrill of the hunt. Collectors love the idea of finding something rare that few people know about. And the more unusual the error, the more desirable the coin becomes. For seasoned collectors, it's about finding a coin that's different from the rest, something that stands out in their collection. So, what can you take away from all of this? The 2007 Idaho quarter may seem like a simple coin, but if you have one with a double die error, it could be worth far more than you'd ever expect. With a little knowledge and a careful eye, you could discover a treasure that's sitting in your change jar or your coin collection. And if you find one of these rare error coins in mint condition, you could be looking at a coin worth $52,000. Top 4, we're going to dive into the fascinating world of U.S. coins, specifically the 2008 Oklahoma quarter dollar. This coin is part of the 50-state quarters program, but don't be fooled, it's much more than just a part of the collection. If you've got one of these in your stash, you might be holding onto something far more valuable than you think. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be shocked at how much this little coin could be worth. Let's take a step back and talk about the 50-state quarters program. Introduced in 1999 by the U.S. Mint, this program was designed to honor each state in the Union by featuring a unique design for every state on the reverse side of the quarter. Each coin was released in the order that the states entered the Union. The Oklahoma quarter, released in 2008, is one of the last in the series, but it holds a special place in collectors' hearts for more reasons than one. So, what makes the 2008 Oklahoma quarter so special? Let's start with the design. The reverse side of the coin features a beautiful and symbolic depiction of the state. The design showcases a Native American rider on horseback with a setting sun in the background. This imagery represents Oklahoma's rich Native American heritage and the historical significance of the land. In fact, Oklahoma is home to more federally recognized tribes than any other state in the country, making this coin a meaningful tribute to the indigenous cultures that shaped the area. But it's not just the design that makes the Oklahoma quarter stand out. It's also the sheer rarity and potential for collectors to find a truly valuable version of this coin. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of what makes some of these quarters worth so much more than face value. You see, while the U.S. Mint produced millions of these quarters, not all of them were created equal. Some were minted with subtle variations or errors that make them extremely rare and highly sought after in the coin collecting community. One of the most common errors that can increase the value of the Oklahoma quarter is a mistake in the minting process, such as a double die or a misaligned die. These minting flaws are often subtle, but to a trained eye, they stand out. A double die, for example, occurs when the coin is struck twice by the die, creating a slight doubling effect in the design. This type of error is often mistaken for wear and tear, but collectors know that it can drastically increase the coin's value. Another variant that can make the 2008 Oklahoma quarter valuable is its condition. Coins that are in near-perfect, uncirculated condition are far rarer than those that have seen heavy circulation. The key here is to find a coin that has little to no wear, no scratches, and the design is still crisp and clear. If you happen to come across an Oklahoma quarter in mint condition, you could be holding onto something much more valuable than you realize. And don't forget about the coins that were part of special mint sets, like proof coins. These coins are made with a special process that gives them a shiny, mirror-like finish, and they're typically produced in much smaller numbers than the standard circulation coins. Proof coins often attract collectors who are looking for the best possible specimens to add to their collections, and they can command much higher prices than regular coins. So, how much could your 2008 Oklahoma quarter be worth? Well, if you happen to have one in pristine condition, especially if it has an error or was part of a special mint set, you could be looking at a value far beyond what you'd expect. Believe it or not, a single 2008 Oklahoma quarter could be worth as much as $42,000, yes, you heard that right, $42,000. That's the kind of potential a rare, high-quality quarter can have. While most of the Oklahoma quarters you'll come across will be worth just their face value of 25 cents, those that are in excellent condition or have rare minting errors could fetch an incredible price at auction or from collectors. Imagine the excitement of discovering one of these rare gems in your coin jar or collection. If you're serious about coin collecting, make sure to carefully examine your Oklahoma quarters and look for any signs of rarity or error. Whether you're just getting started or you're a seasoned collector, you never know what hidden treasures are waiting in your collection. So, the next time you come across an Oklahoma quarter, take a closer look. It might just be worth a small fortune. Top 5, we're going to take a deep dive into the United States of America quarter dollar from the year 2000, specifically the New Hampshire quarter. This quarter is part of the 50-state quarters program, which celebrated each state's history and culture with its own unique design. But there's more to this quarter than just its role in the program. It's a coin with a fascinating history and an incredible potential value that could surprise you. To kick things off, let's explore the backstory of this coin. The 50-state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008, was one of the most successful coin programs in U.S. history. Each state was given its own unique design, released in the order that the states entered the Union. The New Hampshire quarter was released in 2000 and features an iconic design that speaks to the state's rich history. New Hampshire, known as the Granite State, has a long and storied past that's beautifully reflected in the quarter's imagery. On the reverse side of the New Hampshire quarter, you'll find a depiction of the Old Man of the Mountain, a natural rock formation located in the White Mountains. This formation, which once resembled the profile of an old man, was one of New Hampshire's most recognizable landmarks before it tragically collapsed in 2003. The image on the quarter is a tribute to this symbol of New Hampshire's rugged beauty and enduring spirit. Above the Old Man of the Mountain is the phrase, "Live free or die," the state's famous motto that perfectly encapsulates the independent and resilient spirit of the people of New Hampshire. The design is simple yet striking, with bold features that make it one of the more memorable coins in the entire 50-state quarters program. But beyond its design, there's something else that makes the 2000 New Hampshire quarter special: its rarity and value. While millions of these quarters were produced, not all of them are worth just their face value of 25 cents. In fact, certain New Hampshire quarters, especially those with unique characteristics, are highly sought after by collectors. What makes some of these coins more valuable than others? It all comes down to the condition, rarity, and any minting errors that might be present. As with any coin, the condition of the New Hampshire quarter plays a big role in its value. A coin that's been circulated heavily, with scratches, wear, and damage, will always be worth less than one in pristine, uncirculated condition. But finding one of these coins in mint condition can be like striking gold. Uncirculated quarters, with sharp, clear details and no wear whatsoever, are much rarer than you might think, and they can fetch a much higher price on the collector's market. And then there are the minting errors, those small but significant mistakes made during the coin's production process. Minting errors are some of the most valuable coins on the market because they are unique and often very difficult to find. For example, a double die error, where the coin was struck twice by the die, can cause the design to appear slightly doubled. This can make the coin look unusual, but to a collector, it makes the coin incredibly desirable. Other potential errors could include misaligned dies, where the coin's design is off-center, or even coins with incorrect lettering. These errors add to the coin's uniqueness, which is why collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. Now, let's talk about the value. You might be surprised to learn that some of the 2000 New Hampshire quarters are worth far more than you'd expect. While most of these coins are worth only 25 cents, certain ones can fetch an impressive price at auction or through collectors. If you happen to have one of these rare and pristine coins, especially one with a minting error, you could be sitting on something quite valuable. In fact, the value of a New Hampshire quarter could go as high as $50,000, that's right, $50,000. While that might sound unbelievable for such a small and seemingly ordinary coin, it's the rarity, condition, and minting errors that make this coin so valuable. So, if you happen to have one of these in your collection, or if you find one in your change, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. You could be holding onto a small fortune. If you're just starting out in the world of coin collecting, this is a perfect example of how even coins that seem to be common at first glance can turn out to be highly valuable. So, keep an eye out for your 2000 New Hampshire quarters, and remember, their value isn't just about what's printed on the coin, it's about the condition, the rarity, and sometimes the errors that make them stand out from the crowd. Top 6 and last rare coin. Diving into a coin that might be sitting in your collection or hidden in your pocket change right now, the 1999 Connecticut quarter. Part of the famous 50-state quarters program, this coin has a rich history, a beautiful design, and most importantly, a surprising value that might just blow your mind. Stick around to the end, because you'll be shocked to find out how much this little coin could actually be worth. The 50-state quarters program was introduced by the U.S. Mint in 1999 to celebrate each state's history, culture, and unique contributions to the nation. The Connecticut quarter was one of the first coins to be released as part of the program, coming out in 1999. This was the fifth quarter in the series, and it holds a special place in the hearts of collectors because of both its design and its connection to Connecticut's history. The design is based on Connecticut's deep roots in the American Revolution, and it's a beautiful tribute to the state's role in shaping the nation. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see a depiction of a sailing ship, which was one of the most important symbols of Connecticut's history. The state was a key player in the American colonial trade, with many ships leaving its ports to sail across the world. The ship in the design specifically represents the Gleam of Hope, one of the vessels that helped the state's economy thrive during the colonial period. Below the ship is the state motto, E pluribus unum, which translates to, out of many, one. This motto was adopted by the United States as a symbol of unity, and its placement on the Connecticut quarter further highlights the significance of the state's contributions to the nation. But here's the part that really makes this coin special: the rarity and potential value. While millions of these quarters were produced, not all of them are just worth 25 cents. Some of these Connecticut quarters can be incredibly valuable to collectors, and that's what we're going to talk about today. The key to understanding the value of the 1999 Connecticut quarter is to look at its condition, any potential minting errors, and its overall rarity. While most of the quarters you'll come across might be well worn from years of circulation, there are a few rare finds that can fetch a much higher price. If you happen to come across a Connecticut quarter in uncirculated condition, meaning it hasn't been used in daily transactions and shows no signs of wear, you've already found a coin that's worth more than face value. Uncirculated coins are always in higher demand because they are rarer and look pristine, with sharp details and no scratches or discoloration. But it's not just about condition. Minting errors can significantly increase the value of a coin, too. For example, some of the 1999 Connecticut quarters were produced with rare minting flaws. One of the most sought-after errors is the double die variety, where the design on the coin is slightly doubled due to an issue during the striking process. This results in a coin that looks like it has two sets of images stacked on top of each other. Double die errors are some of the most desirable and valuable coins for collectors, and if you happen to find one, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Other potential errors might include coins with misaligned dies or incorrect features, making them even rarer. In addition to minting errors, special editions of the 1999 Connecticut quarter, such as proof coins or coins from limited mint sets, are also much more valuable than standard circulation coins. Proof coins are struck with special dies that give them a glossy, mirror-like finish, and they are usually produced in smaller quantities, making them highly sought after by collectors. Now, here comes the exciting part: how much can your 1999 Connecticut quarter be worth? If you happen to have one in excellent condition or with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a coin worth far more than its 25-cent face value. In fact, a single 1999 Connecticut quarter could be worth as much as $56,000, yes, that's right, $56,000. For a small coin that many people would overlook, the value can skyrocket, depending on its condition and rarity. While it's not likely that every Connecticut quarter you find will be worth that much, if you happen to come across one in near-perfect condition or with a minting error, you could be holding on to a rare treasure that could fetch a massive price at auction.so. The next time you're sorting through your coin collection or checking your change, make sure to look for that 1999 Connecticut quarter. It could be worth much more than you think, and with some careful examination, you just might discover that your coin is a hidden gem. Thanks for tuning in to this exciting look at the 1999 Connecticut quarter. If you found this information useful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on future coin discoveries. Who knows what other rare treasures are waiting for you to find? Happy collecting, and I'll see you in the next video.